It's Saturday morning. I'm up nice and early before everybody else. And the reason for that is I'm still on first fix. James is coming tomorrow. We're going to finish off all the walls, get them all nice and straight, nice and even, get everything ready for the cabinets to go in, nice and flush. So in the meantime, I've got a few bits to do. And the main thing I deal with that, a little water feature. And I genuinely don't know where this goes. But theory says it should run out to there. So today, my job is to be digging until I find where that leads to and then work out what the heck I'm going to do with it, because it can't stay here, because this is all going to be latexed in the near future and this is all going to be latex tomorrow. So let's crack on and see where we end up. And as always, welcome to the manor. That didn't take long, 3 minutes. I thought I was going to be digging for ages, but found her. Right, now I've got to just work out where it joins on. Result. Quickly pop to Travis so I can get a stop end for the pipe, so I don't have to sort of like mess around with it. I can just cap it off, just temporary. Guess what? They ain't got none. So do you know what I had to do? I had to spend almost 30 quid on one of these. 30 quid. It's all these little things that add up, guys. I mean, I will put used to it, because the idea is we're gonna actually take off on that pipe anyway and have like a cabin at the bottom of the garden. So what I'm going to do is use this again and utilise it later on down the line. But 30 quid. Oh. Is our hangers? And off we go. Let's make sure the water is definitely off. And I'm going to poke this that way, because it goes, it goes. Still a bit coming out, but not much. Okay, we're good. Cleaned it up. Got myself some cutters. We'll cut it just around there, put it up, fix the tap on, turn it off, and then I'll put probably carry a bag over it and seal it and bury it for the time being, and come back to it for when I do the hard standing. And then we'll boss it out over that way somewhere. And also we're going to need to get drainage sorted out over there as well, because that's where the cabin's going to be. And she's on. So tap's obviously off. Got a little bit of water, but that'll be fine, that'll seep in. Let's go pressure test it. Water's on. No leaks. Disconnected. Result. Okay, so it's another job. I wonder if she'll just pull out. Yeah. Let's get that bagged up and fill the hole. Pipe? What water pipe? Gone. So today's a good day. It's a good Saturday morning. Let's hope it continues, shall we? So we'll do a little bit of cosmetic stuff in a minute. I'm just going to change the window handles because they're a bit worn out. I've changed them to black because I think I'll blend in with the kitchen a bit more. But yeah, result. You would not believe the amount of call outs I get to fix window handles when they are very, very, very simple to fix or replace. You can buy a handle like this for about 8 quid from B&Q, Wicks, Screwfix, anywhere like that. And they come with all the bits you need. There's only a few things you need to actually make them work for you. Really minimal effort. With these window handles, all you got is 2 little covers that you pop off, and there's 2 screws. You can take these screws out, quite simple, with a Phillips screwdriver. And you can also reuse these because these are already cut to length. That's one thing, each different window handle has different lengths of what goes in there to make it open and shut, which is this part here. Some are longer, some are shorter. And when you actually buy a window handle from the shop, it comes either like that or with some other fittings. And what you all need to do is angle grind the exact length off. So this one, for this one, is 2 notches. So angle grind 2 notches off, go straight in, use the original screws that I had, and then you have something like that. Now obviously I've gone for black because I want something to blend in with the radiators, bring a bit of colour into the windows. It's personal preference what colour you have, but that's what I've gone for. And I'm the one that's got to live with them, so yeah, easy as that. That's the window handle put in, just put your little caps on. 1, 2, lock. Easy as that, guys, really is easy. The only time it becomes complicated if what you call the mechanism inside, which is called a Saracen lock, if that's faulty, then you will need somebody to come out and help you, unless you're a little bit more savvy with your DIY. But yeah, it's something a little bit different, isn't it? Also add is some brands do left-handed and right-handed and some do universal, so make sure you do your research before you buy rather than make a mistake and spending money you don't need to. But yeah, they are really easy to do. I mean, there's going to be loads of videos on YouTube how to do them as well, so save yourself a couple of quid by doing them yourself if you can. Here's another little job I want to do before we start fitting the cabinets, and that's get this windowsill prepped up. It's old and dated and doesn't look very pretty, and then I decided I'm going to use some of this, which is a textured and feel paint. Now, we used to use this when we was Gary boys, and we used to spray our sub boxes with this stuff. So I'm really intrigued to see what it'll come out like on this. If this works, then what I'm going to do is I will actually take out the side and do all of the sills outside as well. So let's see where we end up. So I've taped up all the areas that I don't want the paint to go on, including our rad. I'm going to get it all on there. I've just done a prime on it as well and a sand down, cleaned it all up. Let's get it on and see how it turns out. It is a little bit tedious when you're doing this sort of spraying is, you have to do one section at a time. So you have to spray it once, give it 15 minutes and spray it again, give it 15 minutes and again and then again and again until you get the desired effect. So this is going to take a little while, but I've got nowhere to go. Now, I'm not going to bore you with every set I've done, but I'll tell you this, it took 15 layers to get it to where I wanted it to be. Well, it's the morning after the night before. So after 15 layers of spray, finally I got it to the consistency I wanted. So I didn't buy into what the can said, giving it 3 layers, but maybe I was just being a little bit coy with it because I wanted it finished to be really good. The other thing as well, the nozzle blocks every 5 seconds. So you have to take the nozzle off, give it a blow, clean it, and redo it, and do it again and again and again, which is really tedious. However, the actual finished result is really good. What you end up with is a textured sort of gravelly, sort of, I don't know, granite sort of look. And it feels good to the hand and is really like firm and strong. So would I use it again? Absolutely will, but it does take patience and it does take time. Just got to clean up a little bit, a bit of caulk around it. But yeah, all in all, that's a yes from me. Evening, people. So I got home and I done a thing. Boom, yeah boy. Morning, busy and important day. Very noisy magpies today as well. So today we aim to finish the first fix. All the wiring's done, the boarding's down. We've just got to get the walls plumb and straight so everything fits in here perfect. So James is here busy doing the beading for us for the corners. We're going to skim and feather it all out where we need to be to make it nice and flush. Radiator's all plumbed in now, ready to go. This bit doesn't need to be touched yet because that'll be the entertainment wall, but we do need to bead off this corner. So we've got lots of, let's say, finicky sort of bits to do. And then what we'll be doing is at the very end of the day, is getting latex all down on this floor. So this is all nice and level and flush. Because what Vic and I have decided to do is, on this floor here, we're gonna use epoxy and do some like, I don't know, kind of Venetian sort of epoxy black with some silver sort of veins and stuff in. So yeah, it's all going off today, very important day because I've got 1 more week's worth of proper work and I'm coming back here to finish this off and get the kitchen in. Since James is busy in there and I can't really help him, I've done what I can do in there at this time. I'm going around the front, I'm going to do a little bit of pointing on the windowsill because in 2 weeks' time, I've got my painter Roy coming over to paint the whole of the house. So I want to get all the little niggly bits out of the way while I can. Bear in mind I've never pointed in my life, so let's see how we get on. There's too much to do, I just want to get that bit in there and then just point along that bit, all the bits that come out, so nothing too challenging I don't think. Okay, I know and you know that's not perfect, but for a first go, I'm not going to worry about it, I'm quite chuffed with that. So that, and that's all going to be done. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to prime this up, sand it all down, and this is going to be exactly the same effect as what was on the windowsill on the other side with the textured spray paint. Then these are going to be sprayed Argay grey rather than replacing. New doors coming in the next couple of weeks, composite door, and Roy's going to be painting the whole house for us. So yeah, looking forward to that. James does what James does, and he does it well. He fixes my shoddy work. So that's now all flush and level. This is all now flush and level. We've just got to wait for that to go off, and then we'll get a plaster skim over the top of it and just blend it in. That means all these walls here will be flush for when I fit the kitchen. So that's all good. Just got to fill up a few holes on the floor, fill up a few holes down there, namely that as well, and then we're on our way. So that's 500 quid's worth of latex down, just like that. Now obviously, what happened was we was mostly concentrating on this area here because that's where the main kitchen's going in. We floated out as much as we can, but we knew it was going to need to be built up again. So what we'll do over the next, well, after a week of me being at work, is I'll buy some more latex and we'll bring it up to that level where it needs to be. But yeah, all in all though, it's gone down really well. The main kitchen part has anyway. But yeah, you've got to allow for this stuff because it's well bloody expensive. Ooh, so that's another weekend drawing to a close. And it's been productive. Always like to be proactive. So what have we done? We removed the water feature. We've done the windowsill, tried something new. I've done a little bit of pointing around there. James has done some bonding out to get all the walls level and everything ready. We latexed the floor. So we've accomplished quite a lot. And something that I do touch on from time to time is about how much this costs, because it is bloody expensive. Give you an example, you know, from start to finish at this time, I think we're about £35,000 in. Now, if you added on to labour, time that I've done, James, Sam, Paul, everything else like that, you probably put another £20,000 on top of that. So, you know, we're looking between the 50s and 60s, and we're not even finished yet. And bearing in mind, this is just for a downstairs loo, removing a chimney breast and doing a whole kitchen, obviously bifolds and stuff like that. Now, the big spends you can plan and budget for, absolutely no problems at all. So, you know, I know how much bifolds cost, I know how much composite door cost, I know how much, you know, windows cost. That's not a problem. It's all the little bits. So when you add them up, I think James really talk about getting close to about a ton's worth of plaster, bond, cement. So what's that, about 28, 30 bags, 40 bags worth? You know, they're all 10, 15, 20. The latex even more expensive. That's about 36, 38 pounds a bag. And you know, you can just spend money really, really quick. Add to that box of screws, they're about 7 or 8 quid, you know. Mastic, all this stuff. I mean, it goes on and on and on. So the big stuff, yes, you can actually plan for. The smaller stuff, though, you really need to think about a decent contingency and budget, because if you don't, you're going to get caught out very, very quick. Not a problem for me. We did budget. I did plan. But it doesn't mean to say my money's endless, because it's running out. Well, it's been spent like water, to be honest with you. So anyway, I'm going to have a bath, kick my feet up, have a few hours, just chill. Can't do anything right now anyway, because the floor's basically drying. It takes about 3 hours. So until then, have a great week, and see you soon.